Hello everyone, this is Shawn Batchelor. Welcome to my week 3 review video for Java 2. This is our activity for multi-activity app. Now let me demonstrate the application in conjunction with reading through the rubric. The application is structured efficiently and with proper methods and constructs. We'll go over the code in a sec. Application utilizes explicit intents to pass data to and from activities. Implicit intent is used to pass application data to a non-app component. So right here, I have an application screen. You have 3 points of data. You can enter a name, a telephone number, and an email. I'm just going to do generic entries right now. Add to the list. It brings up the list view activity. I can go back and add another entry. All right, so we have 2 entries on the list right now. If you click on an entry from the list, you can see, well, this is my implicit intent right here. I can bring up the saved text file with the array that's displaying the list file through the external app ES Note Editor or any other external app that's available. So you can see the array that pulls up right there. That's actually what's creating the list. Also, it loads my view activity, which is the third activity in the stack, and it presents the information that's selected from that specific item in the list. If you click on delete, once you click on delete, it goes back to the list view activity, which is the second activity. It updates the list and removes that item from the list. So I'll show you that it actually is removed. We open that file again, and you notice the array and the stored file also both have just one entry now. So go back, and then the other thing that I need to display is that storage is persistent. So if we close the application, I'll close the application right there and reopen it. So you'll get back to the main screen. If we're adding another entry, you'll notice the first entry is still there, as well as the second one that I added, which is chats 555 SHA. So both entries are there. All right, data is stored in a list of serializable. It's not stored in serializable objects. It's stored in a text format, but it can be added to and removed from the list, and all changes are saved out to a file and loaded upon app launch. So every time the application launches, it reads from the storage. Application uses proper fragment. All of these activities in the application is displayed using fragments. And the final point is deleting an entry from the list view screen forces the app to navigate back to the list screen and updates the list, and I've already demonstrated that. So let me show you the code right now. As you can see, I have 3 activities. I have add activity, I have list activity, and view activity. So all 3, and then I have fragments for each of them. So I have the add list fragment and the view fragment, and everything in each of these activities are being driven by the fragment. All the user interface is created in the fragment itself. Same thing, list activity, list fragment right here. So this is my list fragment, which is actually doing the bulk of the work. The list activity creates the fragment on the screen. Same thing with the view fragment. Right here, I have a Java class with local storage, which is where I write the files to external store. And then, of course, these are my XML files with my layouts. So I got the fragment view, fragment list, I have fragment add, and then I have the activities, the activity view, activity list, and activity add. So the application now, it works as it says in the rubric. All of the screens are created using fragments. They all pass information. Oh, I needed to demonstrate that also. These, everything on each screen is being passed through the intents. So I have an intent right here, my add fragment. It opens up the list activity class, and then I use the extras to pass the string, which I read from storage. In my list fragment right here, I also have an intent, and then with that intent, I have a start activity for results. So I pull data, whatever information is coming back from the view activity screen comes back in the start activity for results method right here. And this is my implementation on activity result right here. Same thing in my view fragment. So this is the intent. Oh, well, it's actually getting the entries from the intent. And then this is where I finish the activity to close the screen, destroy that third activity, and go back to the second one. So that is it. That's my application. I am Shawn Batchelor. This is my week 3 review video for Java 2. It's turn 1503.